Welcome back to 876 Recipes News TV. On this channel, you will find recipes, news, and sports. Police have charged a man in connection with the deaths of two people at the compound of the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries in St. James. The bizarre incident happened just over a week ago. He is 37-year-old Andre Ruddock of Lower King Street, Montego Bay, St. James. Andre Ruddock is the co-accused of Pastor Kevin Smith. He was officially charged yesterday with one count of murder and one count of wounding with intent and is expected to make his appearance in court early next week. Ruddock is alleged to have slashed the throat of Tanika Gardner on an order issued to him by Pastor Smith during a sacrificial ritual which took place on the compound of the Pathways International Church in Montego Bay, St. James on October 18. Yesterday, Pastor Smith and his co-accused Andre Ruddock was being transported to Kingston to charge Pastor Kevin Smith, who was to be charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, and wounding with intent. However, the unmarked car that Pastor Smith and three policemen were traveling in overturned when the driver lost control of the vehicle. All four occupants sustained injuries and were rushed to a hospital where Smith and 26-year-old police constable Orlando Irons were confirmed dead, and the two other cops treated and admitted. So the other vehicle in which Andre Ruddock was traveling in was not impacted by the crash. Now, Valerie Nita Robertson is the attorney who was representing cult pastor Kevin Smith. Now she is representing the family. And she is moving to intensify the probe into Kevin Smith's detention, transfer, and the crash which claimed his life yesterday. She had raised concern about the injuries Mr. Smith received in the crash and whether he was handcuffed while being transported. So I have three voice notes that I'm going to play. The first one is Valerie Nita Robertson, the attorney. She is saying that the police beat Kevin Smith while in custody at Freeport Police Station in Mobay. And she was also saying that he wasn't handcuffed. And then a policewoman refuted the claim, saying that Smith was handcuffed, but they had to remove the handcuff because the men from the firemen, cut them out of the vehicle, so the handcuff was removed. She also stated why the police didn't take the toll road.
So there was a question and answer on Saturday, and when he was cautioned, he indicated he was not going to answer any questions until he was taken to the hospital because he was in pain, and he was in visible pain from in the week. He could hardly walk. He said the police had beaten him. He was showing injuries, and we wanted him to go to the doctor. That didn't happen. So they asked about 40 questions in the question and answer, which he didn't answer. And eventually they abandoned it because he was in pain, but they still didn't take him to the doctor. He was actually handcuffed, but after the collision, he was actually still in the vehicle, so they had to call in the fire department. So when they came in order to release him from the car, they asked the police officers to remove the handcuffs. So the pictures that were taken after he was removed from the vehicle. And so they're circulating, and I've heard a lot of voice notes going around that he was not handcuffed, but he was handcuffed because that would have been that's a procedure. They wouldn't take a prisoner from that far without being handcuffed. So he was actually handcuffed. But the pictures that they saw after the handcuffs were removed on request of the rescue team in order to remove him from the car. When we use the toll, we pay the toll. Whenever we use the toll road, we pay the toll.
Police don't normally transport high-risk prisoners in marked service vehicle. That has been happening for forever. It's nothing new. High risk in terms of the prisoner tends to have a large amount of followers who will probably ambush the police vehicles on their destination. You understand? So that is nothing new. It's not every prisoner, but certain prisoner. Yeah. They don't put them in marked service vehicle. His co-accused Andre Ruddock was in a service vehicle, marked service vehicle, because he's not high risk. You understand? Yeah, man. So I go. I did only have one question about the toll road. Why wasn't the police taking the toll road? Because I said it would have been faster and much easier. But the explanation given is plausible in my opinion, because toll road fees, especially that one, is very much expensive, because when we're going to Yuatan Works, we don't normally take the toll road going. We only take the toll road when we are returning, because we don't have money to pay the fees twice. You understand? In one day it is over $1,000 for the vehicle that we are traveling in, going to Yuatan Works. So it's expensive, I know that, and the police, they weren't given any money to pay for the toll fee, and so they decided not to take it out of their pocket, so they took the free road. Yeah, I understand that. That's basically it. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing and sharing my videos, commenting, all of them good stuff there. Thank you.